Okay, now it's tricky. We can look at that. Move one castle. Oh, G5. Okay, you guys know I'm a ratey player. Wait, I can also take. I didn't see it hanging. Jesus Christ, man. But bro, it was, I don't know. Question is, which one is going to be more weak? Right, F4. I'm not so sure about F4. Okay, let's go F4. Yeah, it was definitely not smart. D3, E4. I mean, Queen H3 is coming, so I gotta play E4, right? Jesus. It didn't go as planned. But we might be okay. Okay, 4. Am I going for an endgame? Yeah, I'm chickening out. I have to chicken out. And all of a sudden, maybe my rook is a little bit more active. If he takes, of course. If he doesn't take, I think his king all of a sudden becomes a little bit weaker. Okay, now rook c4 is not winning matter. He has knight e5. Okay, bishop f2. Let's bring the bishop out. This might be hanging. All right, yeah, he saw that. I really want my rook here. How can I do that? I have a plan. I go here. This is hanging now. If he goes knight f6, yeah, I missed that. You see, I miss a lot of castles. Jeez. Okay, now okay. Look at this. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Knight e5, now bishop d4. Look at that. Yo, Luis. In case of knight b8, we go bishop a7. Look at this. We are not playing arena, Pakisco, little man. Okay, now okay. I love this endgame. We can win additional material. The question is, are we exchanging our beautiful knight? Or if we win the piece instead? It's he can't really bring it anywhere. Okay, this game didn't go very smoothly. Didn't start very smoothly, but you know, it got better by the time. Wait, rook c8. I don't want to give him counterplay, so let's go c4. Knight a4. Come again. When opponents see you play good moves and look at your rating, what do they see? If they go to my account, they will see that it's an authorized speedrun account. So they will get all the ratings back. So I'm not stealing anyone's rating. I'm not so sure how much time Chess.com needs to give all the ratings back. I'm not very, you know, experienced speedrunner. Let's see how fast we... Oh, that's better. Now I have more time to explain, or maybe 5. Yeah, maybe 5 plus 0. Yes. Let's see how this works, because in 3 plus 0 it's not easy, you know, to explain like deeply stuff. Again, my bishops are here. So, but if I play b6, the knight has no squares. So probably we're gonna play like d5 c6. Yeah, that's why I should have started with c6. Let me try something. I played h5 and I won this. We're going aggressive here. I don't know where to put the king. Bad news. E4 is coming. So, therefore, we might play f5. The problem is h4. Are we going like Stonewall style? f5? Let's go Stonewall style f5. I would love to... Okay, f3 is... Wait, he wants e4. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay, I got queen g7. If he goes e4, castle check. Ah, smart. Yeah. Okay, let's go h4. Before he goes h4. He go there. I didn't see that. Again, I missed the castle. That's actually crazy. How often I'm missing a castle. I don't think I can go to the short side. That's not a good idea, I think. Knight b6, knight c4 is tempting, so I go knight b6. I wanna get his bishop. Yeah. Or d f3 f4 maybe. And knight c4 is coming. He doesn't have g4 now. No, I mean knight g4. G3 is okay. G3 I'm not so sure if he can do. And maybe next move we can go castle short. To me, you definitely seem to be a competent chess prodigy. Thank you so much. But I'm 36 years old. I'm not a prodigy. I've never been a prodigy. I'm just, like I'm just a grandmaster. Gf4, yeah, this was annoying. Knight f92. Probably knight takes, and then bishop f4, knight d3 is annoying. This move is annoying. Yes. Castle. Knight f4, rook f4. I mean, everything comes down to my king. If he's getting weak, we're screwed. But we are more active at the moment, so we are about doubling up. I think he should go something like this to avoid, rook f8, rook f2 penetration. Also, e5 break makes a lot of sense. I don't know where to put the knight. We should find a good square for the knight. Okay, this definitely helped. This definitely helped. Just give up on this square. This can be a potential outpost for the knight later. But is this hanging? I don't think that's hanging, right? Let's just protect it. Maybe we had no time for that. CD, ED, knight b7 is a thing, and just going to d6. d6 can be an outpost, or e5 can be an outpost for the knight. Okay, a4, yeah, okay, this is just a waste of time. I don't think he has time for that. So we go CD, ED, knight b7. He wants bishop a2? Okay, no. Okay, now that he played a4, also this square is weak after knight c5. So it depends how he goes now. I'm not so sure where to put the knight. Yeah, we can. TJ, we can play. We can play one. But the problem is, if I play you, then everyone wants to play. So I'm not playing viewers today. Maybe later, alright? Okay, this is hanging now. We should definitely push. Only subs. Nah, I'm not doing this this thing yet. That only subs, you know. We are not there yet. There will be a time where I will play with subs and thing, you know. But yo, Max Gas, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate you, man. I'm getting a lot of primes. Whoa. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. This is exactly. But what I do, Artisan, is, I mean, it feels like that we managed to, you know, exchange down some pieces. Potentially this guy and this guy. I mean, these guys, these pawns will become like so dangerous. Rook F1. Now my plan is just basically exchange as many pieces down as I can, and my pawns become unbearable. But how should we do that? Now we have to be careful, but I'm low on time, so I'm just taking here, which is probably not very good. Yeah, that was just a waste of time. Why did I do that? I don't know. G3, H3. You see? I told you. Once we are trading down pieces, I mean, the pass pawns become extremely dangerous. Even Gambit, you have to practice a lot. All right. Again, where do we put the bishops? That's the main question. We can castle. No, we cannot castle. We cannot castle just yet. We can play f5 and g6, bishop f7 as always. Dutch style. Knight f6. We can go short side, and I think we definitely should go short side. How do we do that? Maybe d6, queen d7, and then castle. That looks cool. Yeah, let's go d6. Queen d7 and castle short. Knight g5. Hold on, little man. Hold on, little buddy. The problem is if I play h6, I'm weakening my pawn structure, also my pawn chain, and from that point my king is more vulnerable. I'm not so sure if I want to do that. Let's play queen d7 now. If he goes knight g5, later I can decide if I wanna, you know, make it go. Okay, he went castle long. We definitely go castle long now. We bring the knight out first. Or we go queen a4 right away. And we just completely ignore development. Now we go knight b6. I'm not so sure if we lose time with but he can go d4 at any point. You know what? Let's just play queen a4. You know, these guys, you know, these diagonals. I mean, d3. How about knight fd5? I want knight b4, potentially. I'm trading off his bishop. Actually, it's even better now compared to this, because rook is protecting b7, and we can castle at any point, so we don't have to hurry with that. Okay, e4, this was a good move. Unfortunately, I missed that. How about take? D knight b4. He will take, most likely. I remove. Okay, now bishop c4 is a thing, right? At some point. Winning the exchange. Just like now. Wait, knight takes c2 is also working. Knight c2 is even better, probably. And bishop takes b3. Now we win material. Isn't playing with an opponent whilst relying on a chess engine considered cheating? Because several players on Chess.com tend to be so good, I literally tend to believe that that's the case. If that's the case, that's cheating, of course. If that's the case, that's cheating. If that's the case, that's cheating. Oh, queen d4 is tempo. Oh, queen d4, bishop a2. Okay, now we just castle. Right on time. Okay, are we chickening out? Yeah, let's just chicken out. And queen b3. Queen b3, bishop b3. And we are rook up. h6. Guys, but wouldn't it be like so much better life in general for a chess player if there is no classical chess? I'm just thinking loudly here. So I mean, what is the most annoying part in a chess tournament? Tell me, guys. What do you find the most annoying in chess tournaments? Chess tournaments, I mean not rapid tournaments. I mean classical, like 9 days tournament or at least 7 days tournament. What do you find the most annoying? I have a clear answer. I'm just curious that for you, what is it? You never play classical. You never play the classical. All right. Any of you guys in the chat played classical? All right. So what I find the most, so yeah, in probably you don't have experience in that. So for you, classical chess is still like, you know, the way it should be, you know. For me, why it's Kingslayer Sloan, thank you so much for the raid. How are you, buddy? How was the stream? So what I find the most annoying in classical chess is the preparation part. It became like unbearable as a grandmaster. in 2025, 2024. It was the same thing as 2023, 2022 as well. It started annoying before COVID. Someone that, but maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. But you know, because opening theory just evolved that far that basically it just, I don't know, it's such a pain in the ass to find out how you can get a game against a weaker player. It's just, especially with black. I mean, with white, I don't care. With white, I'm just playing my stuff with knight f3, g3. I just close my eyes, I just close my laptop down, I just sleep, and that's it. That's my preparation, basically, in 2025, 2024. That was my preparation with white. With black, I'm sweating. I'm sweating, bro. It's so hard. It's so hard. Okay, I almost blundered rook b7. Imagine if I'm getting mated like that. Z. What up, Slayer? Slayers. How was the stream? How was programming? We are doing some speedrun here. We are still playing this game, by the way. All right. All right. Little man is not the one who gives up that easily. Apparently, we are still playing this game. Now? Okay. H1 chess on Twitch. Let's see, little man. He's playing Rati. Look at that. It's exactly Rati. If he castle short, okay. Let's do mirror. B6 is reckless. You know, I just want to counter this guy in the corner. I just want to counter his Catalan bishop. What up, Jara? Okay, d6, e5, just to, you know, block this bishop's diagonal seems... it makes sense. So the knight is looking here good on d7. I just wonder, since I also played, you know, on my main account, on the speedrun account, I played some class. What's that? Freestyle chess, and my rating, I won like, I don't know, 30 games at least, but my rating is still on 1600. So people who have like 2800, how long did it take them? Like, for real, how long did it take? Okay, this is some weird close Sicilian now. Where both of the queens just jumped over the rooks and get in the corner. Like, c5? Yeah, some close Sicilian. It's 3+2, yeah, it's 3+2. A6, b5. If he goes d4, it's basically a Sicilian. You know what? I hate my bishop in the corner, so I just play bishop g7. I would love to see bishop c6, b5, but the Okay, now definitely bishop c6, b5. While the knight was on f3, whenever I go bishop c6, he had d4. And see, the knight d4 is a huge tempo. But now, since the knight moved from f3, now we can go b5. Wait, knight c4, b5, knight a5. That's a problem. That's a problem. You adore Sicilian. Which Sicilian? There are a lot of those. Here he can trade the queens off. I'm not so sure if I wanna trade the queens off, little man. Do you mind if we are not trading queens here? I have a plan, but wait, knight g4, he has knight d5. Let's go e6. The dragon. I mean, dragon is a very good opening. Recently, like 2 years ago, Giri made a course, chessable course, in dragon. Knight h5 maybe. Probably king h2. No. Let's go b5 now. AB. Trading the queen. I mean, trading queens, that's all right. I mean, he can do that. He can do that anytime. e5. You know, just to control over the dark squares, since he has a lighter, since we have lighter bishop on the board, and maybe knight d6, controlling over d4 square. b4, I don't want to play. b4 would control over the dark squares as well, but I would give him a huge outpost on c4. This we don't want. That's the last thing I want to see a knight here. I mean, my only weakness will be targeted. So if we want to push b4, we should play knight b6 first. Knight d6, I'm not so sure about f5. Let's go f6, just stabilize, you know, the pawn structure. Dragon is a very good opening. I mean, people are sleeping on the dragon. Are we going b4 now? Let's go b4 now, since the knight left c4 square. And if it goes back, we have time to deal with it. Yeah, you see, little man was c4 square. But you know, we are also smart. We are not giving him that square. We go knight b6, just to prevent. It's a maneuvering game right now. Let's move the king forward a little bit. This is too... Yeah, I don't like this song. So not this one. This is good. I have a plan. I go here. Okay, this is a piece I can improve. I couldn't touch this guy because c4 square needs to be covered. Bishop, it's close position now. Bishop cannot be improved, but knight can. And I have a target there. Maybe knight a3 or rook a3. The rook a3, doubling up. He's going to take. He has to protect with rook. We go here. Rook has to stay here, and once we come back, all of a sudden, a5 is in our hand. All right. I don't want to allow bishop e6. Just go back. Get the rook to a2. Okay, check is not a big deal. Knight d4 is a thing now. If he takes, we take, and this is hanging. I mean, this is hanging, no? We played some mind games here with Little Man. We won the mind games. Couldn't take the pressure. Yes, he couldn't. All right. Yeah, the reason I don't think that I should do, you know, GTR right now is because as a content creator, I think I'm not big enough. Basically, for some reason, people loses the interest of after a while. So we are doing it for 20-30 minutes, and whenever I'm predicting their game, they just leave. They just want me to predict their game, and they leave. And they're not actually interested about, you know, the content. They're just interested about their game, and that's it. And also, it happened multiple occasions that let's just bring the knight here. It happened multiple occasions that someone gave me a game. I started the prediction. We were discussing the game for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever, and he left. And we never got, you know, what GG, good game. We never got the answer. And I'm like, bro, you seriously left? You're kidding now. There is no way you left. Okay, now how do we actually castle here? Where to put the bishop? A G1 bishop is the one of the worst one, I think. I'm almost down for bring the bishop here. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna do it. I rather lose a couple of tempos than seeing the bishop here, which is not doing anything. I'm just bring it here because I want to go castle short, and I want to see my g2 bishop next to my king. Maybe it's just bad you know, bad habits. Good game. Yeah, it's good game. Good game. The viewers are in. Yes, that's Friday. That's Friday. D5. Let's just free pawn. Wait. Takes bishop e5. D c6, queen c6, and I lose a rook. Whew. All right. Bishop e5, what a nasty move. And after taking c6, queen c6, no, my rook was also hanging on h1. Jesus, yo Nugget. As I said, I like to see my bishop here, and all we gotta do here is play f4, bishop f2, and just castle short, and we will bring the knight potentially to d3, a little bit closer. I mean, he is not only like gave up on his bishop pair, but by that he created so many weak lie squares, but he also sacrificed a material for that, sacrificed a pawn for that. That's the worst. But Nugget, you haven't watched my stream when I did my first speedrun in November, because this is not my first speedrun, by the way. But you were probably you couldn't watch that day. I think it was Wednesday. It was a Wednesday morning. You didn't watch because someone I mentioned I mentioned it in the previous day that I will name it Little Man 69, and someone made quickly made, you know, a name and reserved the name, and I'm like, bro, are you kidding? And I had to do it with a 3. Crazy. I mean, who comes up with a name like Little Man 69? Of course it was someone from my viewers. Okay, we don't want to see h4, because king g2, then he has some stupid check. Although it's not dangerous, h4 can be a thing because he doesn't have a live square bishop. So g4 square, what we are giving up on, it's actually not that relevant. And you know, this pawn structure against the g6 knight is always good. It's always good. I'm just worried about this knight f5 a little bit, but you know, there is not a single piece on the board remained which can actually exploit this square. So, and we actually could manage to fix it on live square, which can be potential weakness. And you know, sometimes they say that, okay, don't place your pawns on dark squares once your opponent has a bishop. Dark square bishop. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's an exception. Sometimes you actually have to do it because then you, in the same way, you limit your bishop's freedom a little bit around the board. You know what I mean. So now, if these pawns would be on f3, g4, h3, all of a sudden this bishop becomes very, very strong. But I mean, we are not talking about an endgame right now where these guys can be you know, targeted by this bishop. It's not going to happen. Are you a fan of the English opening? English opening is huge. It's like c4 e5 as well, or in c4 c5. Which one? c4 c5 I like more than c4 e5. c4 e5 I don't really like with any color. I only play c1, c4 when I see my opponent most likely will not play you know, e5. Okay, now he's okay. This is sus. There are no motives because this is protected. But we can do so many other things. We can go here, for example. If he moves the knight, I'm gonna play for the trick. I'm taking here, and if he takes bishop g6, king g6, knight e5, queen b5. Wow. I guess just gf4. Okay, again, I'm going to play for a trick. I'm going to take here. Give a check. Take here. With a check. And take the queen. Am I disgusting? Probably yes. Samuel, thank you for the 1 bit. All right. Always try to find the place for the bishops first, because bishops are placing the bishops in the right square is more important than the knights. Also, secondary, you should find a way to place your king first. So whenever I see this, I usually like to do this, just like he did. So if he goes b3, I will go bishop e5 just to prevent that. Yes, I don't want to see his bishop here. And after he goes knight c2, which he has to do, the only move, I will go b6, but he has d4. I still go for it. Okay, d4, cd9, d4, bishop b7. We are kinda, you know, going for some English structure. He's going to go. He wanna go d4. Let's go bishop b7. d4. Let's go back. Let's bring it back. If he goes d5, just d6. Okay, now I think white is better. I mean, he is massively up on space. I don't want to give up on my long diagonal bishop, so I go g6, knight e4, bishop g7, knight d7, and castle short. And then we have this King's Indian-ish, Benoni, weird hybrid stuff, where we're probably gonna go e6, knight c7, maybe potentially we can play for b5. We just castle like this. He will castle for sure. No, he played knight f3. You wanna push through e5. All right. I think he's a good player. He's a good player. Okay. My knight is actually annoying me, so I bring it here. e5, bishop g7. He'll probably push e5. I'm using this the same sound effect of the moves for like a couple of streams, but I changed the. I mean, since I'm playing, you know, I'm playing a speedrun account. I changed it. Okay, now we can go. I think we can go e6 because ed, you know, this guy is hanging in the on b2, so we can now we have access to e6. Before he moved bishop b2. We didn't have access to this because d6 was hanging, and we never really want to take. So I don't think this was a good move. d6, I guess, just rook e6, knight g5. Hold on, rook e8, queen takes d6. He might tricks us. Or no, d6, knight d6, queen d6. This is hanging. Also, bishop takes f3 is interesting. I think he should have castled first instead of bishop b2, and then he could be better. By the way, which board and piece combination do you like more, Nugget? This one? Oh, Drove, thank you so much for the 9 months, man. Oh my god, 9 months, bro. Like, for real. Jesus. It was a nice king, Odrov, by the way. I enjoyed it a lot. Hikaru fam. What's up, man? Queen d6, I think we... Wait, did he just give up on this just like that? Knight f4, queen d6... it feels like we should go for it, right? Knight takes f4. Yeah, and now... Okay, now we definitely improved our position because... we're still a little bit passive, but... You know, his pieces are misplaced too. I don't think we can take here, right? No, we can't. We can't. What I would like to do is knight b8. I would love to see a trade here. This would release a lot of stress from the position, and all of a sudden I need this square. I need this square for my knight, just for an escape plan, you know, in case he goes knight g5 or whatever. This is available now. So if it was our turn, we could go knight d3. G3, knight a3 check. Okay, this trade is definitely favors us. So I don't see how he can deal with knight d3 now. Pretty annoying, isn't it? Knight looks more powerful. Knight d3. Yeah, let's go knight d3. Bishop this rook d3. That was a good move. That was a good move. Now he wants this, which I'm not so sure if I'm going to take. So what I'm going to do, I know I always say that respect the bishop pair, but I have to take this guy because, you know, that knight was very stable. It was protecting. E5 pawn, and now we go here. Rook d1 is annoying a little bit. Rook d1, rook d8 we can go, and I kind of like the endgame. I like the look of it. Actually, I could have taken first. Okay, let's take. Let's go king g8. And now rook d5, knight b4 is a straight. No, it's not. We still have to bring one move closer. We have to bring the. Okay, it definitely helped. I think we just bring the king there and we win the game. This is too weak now. You see, that's why I took on f3. This is why I took on f3. Now our knight is so much better than his bishop. Okay, I think now it's just matter of technique. Knight b4, a3, knight d3, king e3, knight c1, knight c2, a4, knight d4, and goodbye. Good night. How do we take? I guess we take here. Just take here. Or actually, no, I don't want to give up on this guy just like that. Let's bring it here. I mean, this pawn is not important. We just make the king, you know, get there, and we'll take these guys first. Not this one. All right. Yeah, I think here he should have here. Bishop b2 I think was a mistake. He should have castled first, and then I don't have access to this e6 because it's always hanging. Because now the bishop is not here. I cannot take his bishop. So I will probably put this on YouTube as well. I think it can be a good content. Okay, whenever I see my bishops in the corner, I go b3, c4. Question is, how do we start? Let's go b3. House 960. I'm not so sure what's that, but his bishop is basically Fischer random. We can castle right away, right? Question: do we want to castle? It was hanging. Yeah. Order. It was a good order. Okay, but now we have a you know, opposite colored bishops. Everything comes in whenever it comes down to, you know, whenever it's opposite colored bishop. The case is opposite colored bishop. Everything comes down to, you know, which bishop is going to be better on the squares you are playing in. So if let's say mostly the things are going on dark squares, you are going to be better, of course, because his bishop cannot really help on the dark squares. I think we go e4. So now I think if I can keep this pawn chain, if he takes, we just take with this guy. If he can keep this bishop locked in, I think we are definitely better. Because our bishop, look at this. No one can really counter this guy. But this guy is already countered by my pawn. So all I gotta do is just making sure that my pawn chain stays in one piece. Let's go queen g4. Although there is one thing I'm not so sure how much I want to see is trading the queen. So wait a second, queen h4 is losing right now because queen h4, knight f. No, it's not losing. What am I talking about? It's not losing. What was in the Grand Slam? I can't remember. All right. So now I think what we just do is just let's take and play f3. And I think that my bishop is stronger than his bishop. Might decide the game. Oh, that was a good move. I mean, this guy is a good player. I can tell you by his moves. All right. Okay, now I have a plan. I go here. He goes knight f7. We go bishop g3, knight g6, takes, and knight d3. And by this maneuver, we could actually keep our pawn structure in one piece. He will go knight g6. Now we take here. He must take. And this bishop still remained locked in. You know, there are some weak dark squares as well. Okay, of course he will bring the bishop back, but it requires some time. So we go rook e1 now. Probably king f8. But rook e6 is coming. Yeah, he can't really do that. So rook e6 is threatening, like it's a double attack. Attacking d6, attacking g6. But he has knight f8. But then we have rook e7. Okay, let's go rook e6. bc, bc. Probably he will include these two moves. Rook e7 now. bc, bc. You see? This bishop is still locked in. Also, okay, our knight is locked in too. But you know, the knight is a tricky animal. It will come very, very fast. .50 p.m. there. Wow. G5. Do we go f4? Yeah, just, you know, I don't want him to gain space with f4. I rather like close my bishop's diagonal down. Because this bishop can show up anywhere. It has a lot of space to move. This bishop, on the other hand, has no space whatsoever. This is weak now. Potentially I can attack it. Bishop can show up on f6. I mean, he can't do anything. I just bring the knight. I mean, look at this. I completely closed the position down. His knights cannot even come anywhere. Maybe that's the only way. But if the knight gets to h7, I just go bishop h4 just to prevent knight f6. Okay, he had one check. Bishop b7. That's not a big deal. I'll probably just go bishop, or we just go a4. Yeah, I'm not so sure if I should have allowed this, but oh wait, yeah, let's go here. Knight g6, bishop f6. Play Speedrun chess. What is Speedrun chess? Bishop c8 is always met by rook a8 now. Yeah. What I look at this maneuver. Look at this. Watch my hands. And knight g3 f5 is weak. All of a sudden. You can go bishop c8, maybe rook a8, king d7. What about knight h5? I mean, I can win the pawn. Let's win the pawn. Let's win the pawn. Let's win the pawn. Bishop a6, yeah, we have knight e3 or knight b2. No, knight e3 is better because f4 needs to be protected. Yeah, this is just winning. Just winning.